Hey, so I'm back. Didn't have time in the last video to discuss these things, but I've had more dreams. Let's get to it. Monday, I had dreams um, of a really of talk of a really big earthquake. Um, in my dream, I woke up fearing a big earthquake was going to happen, um, but I still had stuff to do. So I went to the mall. I was with a girlfriend and my mom, and I remember looking and wanting to go into Victoria's Secret and then a shoe store afterwards, right next door. And as we were walking into the first store, a huge jolt happened, and this was a huge mall. And the second that happened, everybody started screaming and running out. And we were expecting a huge earthquake. But it ended up just being pretty much that one jolt and a little bit of shaking after. So that was kind of relieving because nothing really happened. Tuesday, we were invaded by Asians, Orientals. I don't know if that's rude or what the term is. Is that disrespectful? Orientals, Asians? I know I don't like to be called, oh, the blacks. I am black. I definitely am. And I'm proud of it. But I'm also a mixture of other things. I'm also white. I'm also Native American. And who knows what else. I get lots of messages and comments about, what are you? I can tell you're a little something different. So yeah, I'm just a little mixed breed of awesomeness. Okay, so being invaded by Asians. I don't remember the exact details, but what I do remember is our lives and bodies were being controlled by them. And I do remember, and it was really terrifying, really unsettling. I think those are my favorite words to describe this stuff because it really fits. They had us, there was a lot of us and a few of them. They had us playing games and contests, but it wasn't fun at all. Like from day to night, they had us doing something every single second. And then I ran away. I remember as we were doing these things in these groups, I remember planning out in my head how I was going to get out of this, because I wasn't meant for this. None of us were meant for this, but I had to take action. So I planned it out, schemed it all in my head, how and where and how I'd get out of the situation, and I ran away. But I also got in trouble. Wednesday night. Don't remember the details, but what I do remember, I woke up very stressed out, kind of in a panic. And what I do remember is having traveled and having navigated through tough terrain. Almost like the desert, but with trees, the forest, being outside, lots of rocks and sand and trees and just ground and dirt. And it was not flat, it was like really rough terrain. That's the best way that I can describe it. Thursday, that was kind of a more fun dream, definitely from the previous days of that week, of this week. This this was really fun. So imagine this, a big green field, lots of people. There's been lots of people in my dreams lately, like big groups. Lots of people on this green field, balloons and popcorn stands and cotton candy, and it was like a carnival almost, and Obama was in charge and kind of hosting the whole thing. And we were playing games, and playing those games were really fun. And what I do remember, we were playing this game, the water balloon tossing game, you know, where there's the two lines of people and they have a partner, and one line of people throws their balloon to their partner, and if you drop it, you're out, but if you don't, you keep going. And so that was a game. I don't remember who won, but Obama was a fun leader. He was so fun, and everybody was having the best time of their life. So when that day ended, we had a sleepover, and it was crazy because all these like cabins were prepared for us, and we didn't even have plans on. We didn't even know about it. But we go in, and there's all these bunk beds, and we were having a lot of fun. So that's what I remember. And then I also had a dream. I have like multiple dreams in one night. So the next piece of that was, I remember it was myself and my mom, and we were driving. It must have been a European car, because I was on the left passenger seat and she was on the right, and she was driving. So we were, I don't know, just driving from point A to point B. I don't know if we were on vacation or what, but we were laughing and chatting the whole time, just enjoying each other's company, enjoying the drive. And we were going up this mountain. And at one point we kind of had to go down and then up again. And I remember we were making a turn that was going around. No, it was going that way. And it was a big drop on this side. And I remember thinking, but I didn't want to tell her, slow down, you know, she's my mom and she thinks I'm bossy anyway. But so I kind of just kept it to myself, and I was just thinking, damn, this sucks. I don't like how fast we're going, because it seems like there's a really intense like curve up here. But I had faith in my mom that we would get to wherever we're going safely. And in 1 second, in the blink of an eye, we were talking, laughing. The next second we were falling off of the side of this mountain. And then I don't really remember what happened just after that. But we ended up, like, that was over. Next scene, I guess. We're back at the bottom of the hill, driving up as if it were the first time. Driving up, same, laughing, having fun, enjoying each other's company. And we approached the same part of the road. And this time in my head I'm thinking, oh wow, this seems familiar. So I say, oh mom, watch out for that part of the road. It just looks a little sketchy, and I think we're going a little bit fast for what is about to come up. And I don't remember what happened after that, but we fell off again. Next scene, we were driving up the hill again. Just like the first and second time. Driving up the hill, and I'm thinking this time, wow, this seems familiar, even though I've never been here before. Driving up the hill. Once we approached that one space again, I remember thinking, oh geez, this is really weird. So the feeling of having been there before was way more intense. So I said, Mom, wait, there's a big truck up there. We're going too fast. I'm afraid of heights. I'm just looking down to see all of this. Mom, whoa, 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 pump your brakes. And in a flash of an eye, we were down the hill. And I remember thinking, I don't remember the details. When I physically in my head think about what really happens, what physically happens when a car accident happens, let's say just imagining a car falling off of a cliff, what happens to the car and what happens to the bodies inside? I know there are times when that happens and people survive, and it seems as if for that situation, for that kind of hill, nobody could survive that. So it seems like all of that fear and wondering how we actually, because I think we died, but I didn't feel it. We ended up being back at the bottom of that hill for the 4th time. And it ended up being 5 times that this happened. But what was interesting about it, there was such a sense of relief. A sense of relief that I have never even thought about feeling. The extent to which there was so much fear before this trip that we took, or before this moment when she and I were in the car. I guess on the news, and there had been just so much talk of something really bad is going to happen to all of us, who knows, in the country, in the world. Something so bad. Details were not exposed, but there was just a sense among all the people of our community that something really, 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 really bad is going to happen. But we couldn't really prepare because we didn't know what was coming our way. So it's almost like, how do you prepare for something that you don't even know is happening and is coming? But it's even kind of worse to know that something is going to happen. So this sense, I remember feeling just so helpless and hopeless. Oh, geez. And whatever's going to happen, whatever was going to happen, is going to result in a lot of deaths in a really scary and horrible way. And having that sense of fear for so long, for weeks, I remember, going up the hill and falling off, not experiencing the death part of it, the scary part of it, feeling such a sense of relief afterwards was almost a blessing. So the sense I had afterwards was, wow, this is great. Somehow we were able to escape all of this terror and horror that was soon to come. So that's kind of my dreams for the week. And thanks for listening. I love that. I've made so many friends and talked to so many people about such deep things from all over the world. I'm just a California girl, and I feel like I'm pretty worldly. I feel like I know a lot about what's going on and about the people of the world, but to have that human connection and to have conversation about things that I would have never thought about, and to have information from people that know more than me, this is really, really good, and I'm really excited about this whole YouTubing experience. So I've got to get to work. This is great. This is great. I wish I had more time to do more videos, but I've got a busy life. Okay, so I think that's about it. Really, at 14 minutes? Jeez. My mouse is stuck. Okay, later. I'll see you soon.